define your voice. I think there are two parts to this. And there is one where, that's an individual responsibility. And then if you look at the organization, there is one that is an employer responsibility, employer/colleagues responsibility. Define your own voice, one, by focusing on the value that you bring, right? And a lot of persons spoke about value before, right? You focus on the value that you bring rather than on the need or the feeling that you need to be liked. And let me just clarify being liked. Being liked is that, you know what, if I behave myself, I'll be good and everybody would like me and everybody will smile with me and, I'll be the best colleague. But the objective is not to be liked. The objective is to add value. That is the reason why you're in the organization, right? And I think the other point that I had is that, don't silence, your voice by the internal noise, right? Oftentimes that happens when, we say things to ourselves internally, like, okay, don't say anything stupid. Oh, that's the wrong road already, right? Because you already have, these internal thoughts that are heading down a negative path. Acknowledge that you have a contribution to make. Acknowledge that, even if it doesn't come out the way you want it to, or even if it's not, what others are expecting, it doesn't mean to say that you're less than anyone else in the room. Right? It doesn't mean to say that. Someone might actually ask for clarification on what you're saying or ask for more information, right? Don't be held captive by thinking that, by thinking about everything that can go wrong. Now, this is something that I have struggled with, right, for a long time. I would always think, okay, what if I say this and, it doesn't come across right? What could go wrong? Maybe I start speaking and maybe someone else jumps in. So we focus so much on what can go wrong rather than what can actually be right. And be intentional about your presence. Everyone has been speaking about being intentional, but we need to be intentional about our presence. And we need to accept that emotions is also part of that intention, right? And if we were to think about it, your presence creates an emotion in the persons that that are listening to you or that's in the room, similar to how someone else's presence, right, and their intentions would create an emotion in you. And that emotion can be fear, it can be, confidence and all these different things. So know that nothing is wrong with, having that emotion, but be intentional about it.